Hey there guys, I'm SonicGhost and welcome back to some more Let's Play Metroid Zero Mission. Last time, we got ourselves basically the remaining expansions. We got ourselves the remaining power bombs, super missiles, and missile tanks here. Only missing 2 energy tanks, and thankfully for our sake, they are along the way back to Chozodia, which is our final destination. We need to go back into that space pirate mothership and take care of the boss here. That is our only hope to leave planet Zebes. So let's make our way out of here, and we're gonna go ahead and use some cannons to shoot ourselves straight to the top of planet Zebes as fast as possible. So at this point in your adventure, there's really nothing left for us to worry about here, thankfully. As I said before, we got ourselves all the expansions except for 2. Now one of these won't be that bad for us to get. It's the other E-Tank I'm actually a little worried about, because let's just say the final E-Tank here, definitely gonna test our patience. But let's make our way out of Criteria and back into Chozodia. And thankfully, we got some speed here with Speed Booster, so that's gonna make this trip even faster. I'm gonna just charge it here and just let it rip. Love going through here in style. Open this set door, and from this point, let's let her rip and see what happened. Okay, well, every time we come into this area, it seems like the shine sparking part doesn't really work. The second time that's happened, so I guess we have to platform. Not really the end of the world. Well, let's build up some speed here, why not? Let's go, back into Chozodia. All that speed can't really be used, sadly. Maybe we can do this. Some speed being used at the very least. No point in using a shine spark in this room. There's nothing really for us to interact, but we do need to build up speed now in this room. That should be just enough speed, and sure enough it is. So let's go straight up and grab ourselves our second to last E-Tank. The final one is right before the final boss. I'm not even kidding, it's literally a handful of rooms away. So they really just wanted to make sure that, hey, yeah, one final challenge before you go fight the final fight. Why not? I mean, it's not like I had anything else to do, right? You wanted to just get another expansion before you fight the final boss. Why not? So at this point, we're just gonna be powering through this area and trying to take the shortest path possible to get to that said final fight arena. So we'll just take the top route here. Just get annihilated by electricity. Favorite. We got a save room. Not gonna worry about the save room. We don't even need to worry about restocking. We're fine. I'm gonna just use a power bomb here, open up both of these said pathways, because honestly, that's kind of faster than using a standard bomb. All these space pirates are getting my nerves. Get out of here. And now, thankfully, because we opened up the power bomb door and the super missile door, we can just go. So that's what we're gonna do. And thankfully, the space pirate opened the door for me. How nice of him. He knew I was wanting to get out of here in a hurry. Let's drop a power bomb. Thankfully, this section won't take us that much time to get through anymore because we have power bombs. Though I need to borrow another one here. It's actually kind of faster to not use a power bomb in that section. All right, let's try to climb. Easier said than done with space pirates. All down below here. That space pirate's just gonna take a crawl. I don't know why. I was in front of him, but I guess he ignored me. We take those. I really wish there was a more direct route to the top, because it's a real big pain. We have to come here twice. Once just to get some power bombs, and then another time to actually finish the game. It's a little excessive, if you ask me. Get rid of that pirate. And now, this will be our final chance to save, so we might as well take advantage of it. So let's go ahead and save our game, and be prepared now for the final fight. But before the final fight, we got one more energy tank to get, so let's go grab it. So right up here, drop a bomb, opens up this said path, and in this section, we want to go ahead and drop ourselves a power bomb, as this is what we need to continue on to the final boss. So we did need to get those power bombs for more than just 100% sake. And this here is our final test, because this is a speed booster puzzle. So we gotta use speed booster here to break some speed blocks, but that's only half of it. So that's already the first part done. The second part is we got a lot of lasers down below, and if we touch, it'll block the path off to our last energy tank. And I think I got this first try. Let's go. That, in my opinion, is the hardest energy tank to get. Very, very easy to screw it up, and thankfully, that did not happen. So, if you get caught there in the lasers, as you can see, the gate gets closed off to where that said energy tank is located. So if you want the energy tank, you need to avoid those lasers, and you can do that with doing space jumps over. I just recommend the speed booster method. It's a lot more reliable. But here we go. It's time for our final boss of Metroid Zero Mission. He's not dead after all. This is Mecha Ridley. So what I just said was kind of like a half-truth, half-lie. This is Ridley, but it's not the same one we were fighting earlier. Mecha Ridley here is a robot recreation of the space pirate leader. So this is interesting. I guess they had a Ridley on standby in case the real one ended up getting killed for whatever reason. Interesting strategy. But since we 100% of the game, Mecha Ridley is a lot harder to fight. He does a lot more damage. One swipe of his claw will do a whole energy tank, so we gotta be extremely careful in this fight. But we have all the expansions, so thankfully, we have a lot of health. We got ourselves a lot of super missiles, which is the big thing here, because super missiles do a lot of damage here to Mecha Ridley. And we're gonna use that to our advantage. Just gonna wait for the attacks, fire, and that is it. Mecha Ridley is defeated. Thank you for the health. Oh, that's not good. Self-destruct mechanism activated. Evacuate immediately. We have 5 minutes before this mothership explodes. We have to get out of here now. Now, we don't have a ship of our own, so that's gonna complicate things. So, I hope they don't mind. I'm just gonna borrow one of their ships. It'll be fine, right? I mean, they're not gonna need them. So let's go. We gotta get out of here. A lot of the doors are locked in this section, so you'll know where you need to go. There's only one way out of here. Now, all the save rooms at this point are also disabled, so we can't get health back, we can't get our ammo back, and we cannot save the game at this point. We have to go as fast as we can with what we have left over from that boss fight. Thankfully for our sake, we got more enough missiles if we needed those for whatever reason, same for power bombs, but we do not have any more super missiles, so that's gonna be a little bit of a problem in some fashion. More if we just need them for damage, but we can make do with normal missiles. This section here, I want to go ahead and jump up, and I'm going to wake up this little contraption, and we gotta move it. This is where I would have loved to have super missiles, but not that big of a difference to have normal missiles here. We're going to open up this pathway, kill this pirate, and from here, let's go ahead and charge up another speed booster. If this guy gets out of my way. Charge up a speed booster, and get ready to hold some charges. We got one last speed booster puzzle here, which you don't need to do, but if you do, let's just say you will be heavily rewarded. This is a massive shortcut through the mothership, taking us to where we need to go at the very end. So now with that done, we are here at the ending, but that's not all. We have one last set of pirates to fight, and these guys have some armor. Thankfully though, they're stupid. Just kneel here on this ledge, and the pirates, for whatever reason, will try to attack the side and not climb up the ledge. Don't know why, just take advantage of that AI. And now, let's get in the ship and get out of here with time to spare.
Alright, let's get her. Let's go. Oh, it's not working. Our shots, they're doing nothing. Alright, I got her. Ah!
How cute, that pirate thought he could stop me. I'm in a giant spaceship, what do you expect? Mission accomplished. Good job, Samus. Congratulations on completing your first mission as a bounty hunter. And with with that, that is the end of Metroid Zero Mission here on the Game Boy Advance. Honestly, in my opinion, the best way of playing the original Metroid story. So here's the thing about the original game. It does hold up by today's standards, but the Game Boy Advance remake, Metroid Zero Mission, fixes so many core design problems with the original NES game, and adds new content here between all the new powers from future Metroid games and even new locations. There is also the problem of the original Metroid on the NES had a pretty bad habit of copy and pasting a lot of rooms, so it was pretty hard to navigate, especially since that game did not have a map of any kind. If you want a map of Metroid, you needed to buy the official player's strategy guide back in the day. There was no map built into the NES game itself, and there was no save system either, unless you were playing the original Japanese release on the Famicom. Here in North America, if you were playing the original Metroid, you had a password feature, so you had to write down these long passwords anytime you wanted to continue where you left off. Metroid Zero Mission having a proper save system, redesigning a lot of the areas to make them more unique, adding new powers from future Metroid games into this one, it just makes it the definitive way of playing the original Metroid. In my opinion, you don't need to 100% this game because the 100% part at the very end does drag down the game's overall pacing, and it is probably the worst part about Metroid Zero Mission, but it's a very fun game to play from start to finish. Even if you are 100% in the game, it's still enjoyable. It just, compared to playing through at an any percent pace, for example, you can definitely feel a difference. But that concludes Samus's first adventure as a bounty hunter in the Metroid series. And one final look at the statues back over in Chozodia, we can see one little detail Samus left behind as a wee child. So now that we beat the game, we get to see how fast did we play through it and how well did we go. Did we get 100%? Very certain we did after that Mecha Ridley fight. And sure enough, we did. We beat the game in 1 hour, 55 minutes, and 3 seconds. And my rate of collecting items is 100%. We got the best ending you can get in Metroid Zero Mission. At least the best ending if you're playing here on the normal difficulty, as endings do change depending on how you're playing Metroid Zero Mission. But that's a topic for another video. For now though, that concludes Samus's first mission here in Metroid Zero Mission. So with that said, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this run through of Metroid. First time ever getting to play the Metroid series here on my channel. It's been something I wanted to do for a very long time, but honestly, the Metroid series has intimidated me when it comes to getting 100%, and especially beating it under a certain time limit. I was worried I was gonna miss the 2-hour mark, and I barely got it. So needless to say, I'm happy with how this went, and I hope you guys at home enjoyed watching this playthrough. But with that said, that's gonna do it for Metroid Zero Mission. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you on the next mission.